Alright, YouTubers, that's it. The road trip is over. The SA to Los Angeles road trip. I like the spot we chose to break journey. It's nice. On the way back, we'll take it slower. We'll have my fishing gear, so we'll do some fishing, all that kind of stuff. But that's it for the road trip. Why do I act so definitive in this matter? Because now I'm in town. Now I'm in Los Angeles, and you got to know how to drive in Los Angeles. I'm gonna tell a quick story back in let's see, what year was that? 80 something. When Rigo 23. Well, he wasn't 23 then, so I wish I knew the year. 97. Rigo 97. There you go. And I were installing down here at the Watts Labor Community Action Committee, in justice to Geronimo Gijaga and the thousands, the installation of multiple rooms. Really big, beautiful piece we did in June of that year. The WLCAC, the Watts Labor Community Action Committee, they hire a lot of prisoners or former prisoners who have finally been let out of this criminally insane injustice system back into society, and they have an opportunity to work around there and so on. And so when we were down there, I was working on these flyers for the thing, and we were going to get them printed for the show, the cards and so on. And one of the fellows I was working with, I believe his name was Edward. Edward, was that you? I know it began with an E, but anyway, big fella, big guy, man. Like, he had been lifting in prison, you could tell. He had to be I'm 6 foot right on the button, so he's got to be like 6'2", maybe 6'4", and 260, 280, big guy. And intimidating in a lot of ways, but not really. What you spoke to him instantly, you're like, wait a minute. He had taken classes in design, right, when he was in prison. And so he was able to do the design stuff, the computer software design aspects himself. It was cool. And then it was time to take the job to the printers, and he had a car. He had this little Rabbit. So he looked really big in this little Rabbit, I remember, VW. 2-door, I think, even, hatchback. And we're going from Watts to go downtown to where the printer is, and we're having to jump on the freeway there and then jump off the freeway. And we're about to get on the freeway, and this is my first time really driving in LA, like proper, where I'm just working on something all the time and driving all around LA, not just like passing through and hanging out, but driving in LA a lot. And he says to me, he's just about to get on the freeway. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. There's this enormous big guy driving this little tiny car. He's about to get on the freeway, and he looks at me and he goes, LA freeways are not for the faint of heart. And he punches it. I'll never forget that. That instant is frozen in my mind. Anyway, if you don't know how to drive in LA, man, you need to seriously not be on the roads. That's rule number 1. And if you want to learn how to drive in LA, one of the big things to do is to be courteous. You wave at people through windows when they do something for you, or if you're trying to help them go somewhere or whatever. 2, you don't go slow. You don't clog things up. You don't, you know where you're going. Get there. 3, it's fast paced up there on the freeway. You don't screw around. It's not for the faint of heart, as I learned many years ago. 4, use surface streets. That's my favorite way of managing this whole situation. And so in order to do that, I have stopped here in town, and we have ended the road trip portion. It's over. Now we're in city driving. So we're going to pretty much be done with measuring mileage. I'm not going to measure mileage anymore. But I wanted to let you guys know just here at the end that the final was 291.3 for 9.317, so it's about 32. So Carl here is a rock star, straight up, and is to be commended. Carl got 30 miles per gallon on the first tank, 32 on the second tank, 34 on the third tank, crossing into the desert, and 32 on this last tank of the road trip. It wasn't really a full tank, but like I said, other thing, in town, have gas in your car. Don't get stuck in town with a problem like that. Have your car up to code in LA. You know how many people are millions and millions and millions and millions of people rolling around in LA without shit up to code. But just don't get in the way. My problem is, I'm not rolling with Cali plates. I really wish I was rolling with Cali plates. But we're gonna find a workaround for that. Banana, strawberries, hotel yogurts. We're saying goodbye to this real quick. And that ends the road trip session. I don't know when I'll film again. I might film in the ocean just because I set you guys up for that whole relief deal. But right now I gotta go see some friends. So I may not do any more vlogging until I can produce. Maybe I shave, you know. I'm MTK the Toctopus. This has been MTK the Toctopus on the road trip from San An to Los An. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. MTK the Toctopus out.